I linked up John Muinde to Mary Njoki, the founder and CEO of GlassHouse PR. Mary founded the company in 2012, a journey that has seen her make incredible strides. Besides having worked with local and international brands such as Facebook and Viber, her contribution into the industry has seen her fitted with awards, most recent being declared the Founder of the Year in the FOIA Awards in 2016. Hi Mary, how are you doing?
Good.
Pleasure meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Yes.
So here's John I was telling you about. He runs a PR company called Dandros. And you guys to have a sit down so that you can teach him more about the PR business.
Awesome.
All right, so I'll leave you guys to go have a conversation and I'll see you guys later.
Excellent.
Awesome.
So welcome. Let's have a conversation here.
Hi Mary.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
My name is John.
Yes.
It happens that I'm one of your biggest followers on LinkedIn because I like following stories and getting to understand people, and maybe the people that are playing the same field, maybe how they've done it, how they are progressing in terms of their careers. And it's so awesome getting to meet you in person and getting to understand how you build your business, the challenges, the opportunities, and maybe what is the plan for the future. I would like to know maybe how you started basically, because I know we share similar backgrounds. I grew up in village, I was employed, I quit to start a business. Maybe I would like to know how you started. Yeah.
Okay, so my background basically is in IT.
Yes.
So I'm a trained computer programmer. But then at some point I developed this love for PR, but I didn't know the definition of that was PR. So, and of course, since you've been following, you probably know a few things here and there. But in 2012, I quit employment. I'd been employed for 4 years. I was 23 years old. And that's when I decided to start the company. Of course, I didn't have capital. But then over time, I've come to redefine capital. So for me, capital is not the money. Capital can be a skill that you have, knowledge that you possess, or someone that you know. So for me, then my capital was people that I'd interacted with when I was employed and skills that I had. So I quit, and remember, I have IT background. I built my website, and then I started marketing to the people I'd met through my business development years in the IT industry.
I read somewhere that you started your business with 6,000 shillings.
Yes.
How are you able to grow the 6,000 shillings
Yes.
to a multi-million kind of business within not a very long time, but within that short span of time?
Well, going back to saying what capital is, so with the 6,000, I actually bought a modem, which didn't work in my village because I was in my village, and I had to borrow another 5K to buy another modem, which worked. So I owed someone 5K, you get. Anyway, so the best thing about our industry, it's not capital intensive in terms of money. So it's not whatever you're selling is not tangible. So I started from that 6,000 with a laptop. So my resources were the laptop and internet. So I was marketing the company, I was making phone calls. So those were the resources that I needed at that particular time.
Did you have a partner? Did you?
No.
Even now?
I don't have a partner. I have, but the company has a board of advisors, or should I call them directors and advisors, who are not necessarily partners. But of course, I've had mentors on the way, people who I look up to, people who I work with. Yeah.
So now when you're looking in terms of how do you grow your business, do you maybe do a lot of pitches? What is the strategy behind how you get your businesses, how you choose your clientele? Yeah.
So over time, we've used, of course, digital. So we were like, if we are telling people we do digital marketing. So our company basically, when it came to the industry, people would equate PR to events, yeah. So what we've done over time is to make sure that we are communicating the authenticity of PR, and also making sure we do it for the company. So for example, if we are telling clients we'll do digital media marketing for them, we are also doing it for ourselves, and we can prove that it works. So we've positioned our company on digital media. Of course, when I was starting, I would go to all events, Women in Business under Kenya Chambers of Commerce, all kind of events. If someone is talking about business, I'll be there. Of course, did I go to BNI? I did a bit of BNI, but I made sure I networked, and make sure I meet these people, and also understanding who I'm trying to target. So we are now even defining who are we targeting. So if this is our audience, how do we speak their language and get to them?
I've noticed that you've worked with a lot of multinationals, Facebook, Viber, and maybe there was some interest from Google. What did you do to get that kind of clients? What are they looking for maybe in the industry?
So I noticed, and this is going back to the conversation we were having. So when we were 1 year old, we got a request to pitch at Google, and we got it from digital marketing and positioning our brand, as I was telling you, on digital platform. So when we went there, as we were pitching, we discovered we were pitching PR and marketing. And that day, that's when I discovered when you're working with a multinational, marketing and PR are totally different things. So you have to purely pitch for PR. So over time now, like when Facebook now approached us, we already knew that we need to pitch for PR, and we now had to understand their need. So so when they came on board, we did a proposal, and they got us in, and we were able to deliver, and also Viber as well. And even we're working with Paxful and other international companies. So over time, we've discovered that they're looking for positioning, and through thought leadership. So for them, they're looking for thought leadership, credibility, and trust in the African continent. So how can you build that for them? Because so we work with agencies in South Africa and Nigeria, where now when they come to us, we're able to tell them, we are going to position you to this particular audience in South Africa through this through print, through online, through this kind of tactics. We're going to do this and this, etc.
How do you measure success in maybe the projects that you handle with these particular clients?
Yeah.
How do you?
So number one, we ask before, when you're doing a strategy, we ask them what are your objectives. And that's like, if we are able to meet those objectives, we are good for international companies. And most of them is, as I've said earlier, thought leadership, credibility. Many people now know their brand, and they're using their brand. For example, a certain company that you're working with, if they get more, they have an online platform, they get more signups from Kenya, they know we are doing a good job. For SMEs that we've worked with, because SMEs are always looking to make sales, so we also look at sales. So we are like, so we've done PR for you in the last 1 year, so have you increased in revenue? And we have case studies where we worked with a certain SME, and they increased revenue within 2 years by 750%, which is a big deal. And that's the case study I always tell people. This person didn't spend on marketing, advertising. They came, we did PR, a strategy, used digital media, used a bit of interviews here and there, and their company was just positioned. And by 2 years, they had increased their revenue by 750%.
Good story. Looking at the future, do you see yourself maybe opening a subsidiary maybe across Africa, or what is your game plan?
Yes, we are in that conversation. So since we already are working with different agencies across Africa, so we are trying to see should we be there physically, or should we continually work with them? So those are the things we are working on at the moment. Of course, we work with, like in Africa, we work with different agencies in Nigeria, South Africa specifically, because those are the key points in Africa. So when international companies are coming, they want to be in East, West, and South. So we already have people we are working with there, and there's a way we work together. But now I want in the future, of course, to have locations in America, in Asia. I recently came from Asia, and across Africa, so that we are able also to position the brand GlassHouse PR across the world.
Oh, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure getting to meet you.
Yes.
And maybe getting to learn a lot that I can implement.
Excellent.
In terms of creating partnerships, in terms of running the businesses, in terms of looking for people who bring more to the business. Yeah. And I think for me, this has been a great opportunity for me to learn, as well as go back and implement.
Okay.
So yeah, thank you.
I'm happy. Hopefully you've learned. Thank you.
After meeting Mary Njoki from GlassHouse PR, I've learned 3 things. 1, you need to start from where you are in business. Whether you have capital, it doesn't matter how much you have, whether it's 1,000, whether it's 10,000, you just start. Number two, you need to be accountable to someone. Someone who has the experience, like a board that you can report to, a board that can help you progress from point A to B in terms of advising, in terms of mentoring you. I think that is important. Number three, I've also learned about partnerships, maybe partnering with people that you share common interests in different places, because it helps you grow in terms of attracting multinationals, attracting other businesses. And I think that for me was the highlight of the meeting.
Thank you so much for having watched the show. Hope you've learned a thing or two on how exactly you can maneuver around the PR industry from the conversation between John and Mary. Remember to keep up with the conversation on social media. The handles are actually down below the screen. And also remember each and every week to read the Business Coach column on the Standard newspaper, which is also available on the e-paper. My name is Ian Dennis, and this has been the Business Coach, where we help entrepreneurs better their business.